The moment the blast hit the ridge, Tom moved without thought. He had been escorting a small caravan of visiting dignitaries through the scarlet plains of Arran Prime, a world rich with crystalline forests and shimmering stone outcrops, when the raiders struck. Their weapons cracked the quiet air and sent a shockwave through the convoy. As the ground ruptured under the force, a young alien child was thrown from the crawler and into open danger. Tom saw the child roll across the dust and heard the shriek of strained metal as another blast prepared to strike. He sprinted toward the child. Instinct guided him. Fear had no time to bloom. He dove across the child's small frame, just as a second blast tore through the ridge. Heat scorched his back. The impact rattled his bones. When the air stilled, he stayed over the child, arms tight around the small form. Only when he felt the child trembling, but alive, did he allow himself to breathe. The raiders fled as quickly as they arrived, leaving curling smoke and scattered debris in their wake. A squad of royal guards raced toward the cratered ground, their armor glinting in the cold sunlight, their steps heavy with urgency. They found Tom still shielding the child. He lifted himself with effort and looked up at them, dust clinging to his clothes and skin. The guards silently retrieved the shaken child and checked for injury. Only then did one of them signal the med unit. Another placed a steadying hand on Tom's shoulder and urged him toward a waiting medical platform. He waved off the platform at first. He insisted he could stand on his own. He insisted that his wounds were nothing serious. He insisted that the child was the focus. But once adrenaline faded, pain claimed his balance. He leaned heavily against the guard who caught him. The world blurred for a moment as the med unit guided him onto the platform and lifted him toward the hovering royal cruiser. Within the cruiser's medical bay, healers applied shimmering gel and cooling plates along burned skin. Tom lay still and tried to stay conscious, not out of fear of his condition, but because he worried that the child might still be distressed. A healer assured him that the child had no permanent injuries. The words allowed him to relax enough to let exhaustion wash over him. When he woke again, he was no longer aboard the cruiser. He lay upon a cushioned bed of woven silver fibers inside a tall chamber adorned with graceful columns and living light vines. A soft glow bathed the room. The air smelled faintly of mint and warm stone. He blinked and tried to rise, but the bandages across his back pulled. A voice traveled through the chamber. It was calm, clear, strong. It made the air seem to vibrate. Tom turned his head and saw the Queen of Arran Prime standing near the far arch. Her presence had weight and gentleness at once. Her tall form, draped in soft metallic fabric, gave her a regal but warm appearance. Her eyes were deep green gemstones that regarded him with unwavering focus. Nira, Queen of Arran Prime, stepped closer. She was known across sectors as a ruler of reason and fierce protectiveness. Her people trusted her without question. She stopped beside Tom's bed and studied him with the steady calm of someone who had already reached a decision. "You shielded my child with your own body," she said. Her voice was not questioning. It was a statement, a fact carved into stone. Tom swallowed. "Any soldier would have done the same," he said. "No one else stood close enough," she answered. "You did." She bent her head slightly. Her gaze did not waver. "You risked death for one who was not of your species. You bled for one who was not of your home." She breathed in. "Such a thing holds meaning to me." Tom shifted uncomfortably. He had been a soldier long enough to know that modesty seldom changed a ruler's interpretation of events. Still, he tried. "I only acted because it was right." "That is why it holds meaning," she replied. He looked toward the doorway. "Where is the child?" he asked. "In the family wing, resting, asking about you." Gratitude softened her tone. "You will see her when you have healed." Thank you, Tom said. The queen moved to sit on the carved seat near his bed. The vine lights shifted slightly, as if sensing her intention. Your wounds will mend in days, she said. My healers say you are strong. He nodded. I'll be ready to return to duty soon. She tilted her head. Something unreadable crossed her expression. You misunderstand. You will not be returning. Tom blinked. I don't follow. You saved the heir to my house, she said plainly. A life debt has been formed, one that binds by our oldest laws. In your world, it is not so. But here, it is absolute. Tom pushed himself upright, ignoring the tug of bandages. I don't need repayment. I don't want compensation. I only did what needed to be done. Her gaze deepened. This is not compensation. This is claim. I claim you. His thoughts crashed to a halt. Claim me, he repeated. Yes. She folded her hands in her lap. Not as property. Not as captive. As one who belongs under my protection. Under my house. You risked your life for my child. I will not allow you to go where harm may take you from us. He stared at her. Your Majesty, with respect, I serve the Federation. I cannot simply vanish from service. You will not vanish. You will live here, under my watch, with my authority. She leaned forward. If the Federation questions, they will speak to me, and they will understand. He shook his head. I can't accept that. I didn't ask for any of this. You did not need to ask. The act itself determined your place. She stood. Her towering form cast graceful shadows across the glowing floor. You are not a prisoner. You may walk freely across this palace and this world. But you will not leave our system. You are ours now. His breath caught. Panic clawed at him, though he kept it controlled. Your Majesty, please reconsider. I have a life. I have commitments. I cannot abandon them. You will not abandon them. They will adapt. They will send envoys. They will negotiate. But until then, you remain. She paused, her eyes softening again. You are valued here. Tom tried to stand, but pain lanced through his back. The queen reached out instinctively and steadied him with a firm hand. The touch was steady and warm. He felt a strange mixture of frustration and gratitude. She guided him back down. You should rest, she said. Your strength will return. She stepped away, but not before adding, You showed my child a courage no one can ignore. I will honor that courage. She left him in quiet brightness. Tom stared at the archway, long after she vanished from sight. Days passed in the palace. Tom recovered strength and mobility. The healers praised his resilience. Palace staff treated him with gentle respect. Everywhere he went, the inhabitants bowed their heads. Some placed a hand lightly upon their own hearts as he passed. Word of his act had spread. Many regarded him with reverence, others with curiosity. It unsettled him. He saw the child again in his sunny courtyard, filled with floating pollen lights. She ran to him the moment she spotted him. Her arms wrapped around him with desperate gratitude. Tears shimmered at the corners of her eyes. He crouched carefully to embrace her. When she pulled back, she placed a small pearl-like stone into his hand. It glowed faintly with her touch. For you, she said softly. He kept the gift. It weighed almost nothing, yet its significance was vast. Later, as he walked through the palace gardens, he found the queen waiting under the shade of a living light tree. The shimmering leaves reflected shifting hues onto her face. She gestured for him to join her. How do you find our world? She asked. Beautiful, Tom said truthfully. But I still want to go home. I know. Her tone held no annoyance. Only certainty. You are not ready. I am healed, he insisted. Your body is healed. Your place is not. She regarded him with calm intensity. I have watched you. Every step you take, you carry the weight of your duty beyond this world. But your duty here is greater now. He pressed his palms together, choosing words carefully. Your Majesty, I respect your customs. I respect your laws. But I am a soldier. My life is not mine alone. My service is sworn. Your service continues, she said. Here, under me. I didn't swear to you. You bled for my child. That is the oath that matters most. He stared at her. You're holding me here against my will. I am holding you here for your own safety and for ours. She stepped closer. Her shadow stretched across the garden path. Do you know why raiders attacked that day? He shook his head. They seek to destabilize my line. They wish to strike fear, to weaken rule. If they know a human saved the air, they will attempt to destroy that symbol. They will hunt you, and they will hunt my child again because of you. She paused. I will not let either occur. That's all the more reason I should leave. Tom insisted. I'm putting you at risk. No, your absence would embolden them. They would claim the act was false. They would say no human protected the air. They would say it was a fabrication. Your presence validates truth. Your presence strengthens unity. Your presence brings peace. He exhaled slowly. You're asking too much of one person. I am asking exactly what is required. She lifted her gaze to the drifting lights overhead. Aaron Prime has lost too much to fear and conflict. Hope is rare. But when you shielded my child without hesitation, you created a bond between our species stronger than treaties. You may not see its weight. I do. He looked down at his hands. And what about my wishes? My freedom. You are free within these walls. You are free across this world. She turned back to him. But you cannot leave. Not yet. She paused. Perhaps not ever. His heart tightened. The realization fell like a stone. She truly meant to keep him here.